Hi, my name is Patrice Fortier, and I founded la Société des Plantes 25 years ago.
Bring us down to the
C'est
place.
Stéphanie.
So... Hello, Stephanie.
Look at the light. These delightful blooms are the tangerine gem, citrus marigolds. They just go on and on and on through the autumn until heavy frost.
And can you eat these?
Yeah, you can eat them and you can just pet them as well. They're like exhale citrus. Yeah, they're marvelous. Yeah, we're going to go down to the weather grounds. I supply seeds to people who supply the restaurants.
And that's a deliberate choice.
Yeah, because it's two lifestyles. You know, when you sell fresh produce, you have to wake up very early, very, very early, like when it's still dark in the summer. And but your life is very intense during the growing season, but then you have a break. But when you're a seedsman or a seed company, like November is like we're really, really, really busy because it's our January, November. Like it's really 1st of November is like 1st of January for us. So it's the new collection that needs to be out there with the good germ rates and the new packs. We have to print and feed seed, pack all the seeds in the new packs written, you know, tested for 2026. So it's a whole other lifestyle. So we can't like start at like 4 a.m. and like just, it's the tyranny of the fresh produce. It's very different. So these tall friends are the skirret plants. So this, you can imagine it's all covered in white blooms in the summer. And down here, we're like water in the spring can come all the way to here to wet the feet. So all the plants that grow here can survive in wet grounds, like they can be submerged in water. So skirret is this super ancient vegetable that was eaten in the medieval times, and it's a perennial carrot sort of. So they grow in a big clump. So you see, that's probably the reason why it was forgotten, because it's kind of it's kind of a lot of energy to spend harvesting them. You have to, it's kind of like dahlias, that they grow in hands. And then they're not all perfect, like some of them will be discarded. So you can like harvest some and replant one, and you'll have it forever. You can eat like 9 on 10 and replant one, and you'll have it. It will grow back the next year. I'll cook it for you so you can see. It's like French fries a bit, you know. I fry them, make like skirret candy. Well, I found out about skirret first before before we even had internet in the houses, and these olden times in the 90s where I was reading magazines like Organic Gardening and like I was reading a lot of magazines, and that's where I've seen skirret for the first time. I forget in which garden it was growing, but then I loved the name, and I didn't quite think it would have been so good. I thought, oh yeah, all those edible perennial plants, yeah, they're edible, but are they really good? So it took a while, and then I grew it out, and after a couple of years I really had enough plants and I started eating them. It was like, okay, wow, this is not just edible. This is like, it's like candy. It's like vegetable candy. It's like sweeter than a carrot, and it doesn't have the burdens of carrot growing, like the carrot fly, or so you don't have to like protect it in any way, and it can survive flood, but it doesn't need to be flooded. I mean, it just survives in normal garden conditions. Plus, it's ornamental. So you can harvest it in early spring or in autumn. So it's kind of an amazing plant. Why was it forgotten? Like probably because it's kind of a lot of work, because the roots are kind of you know, they're not like super smooth like a carrot. They're like, they grow it like in a hand. Like, and this was it was a dry summer this year, so they're not as thick as they would have been in a summer, a very rainy summer. Skirret seeds have been more popular than 20 years ago when I first sold them, of course. But then the people who buy them don't buy them again. They have it for life. It's not like carrots. So. So, because I need tough plants, because I'm foreseeing a future with climate change will not stop next year. So we need plants that can withstand like wind, drought, heavy rains and harder grounds. Or I basically put them through different trials. We're not pampering them at first to see how they react. Once we harvested this carrot, we have to take the dirt off the roots, and I use a bit of white vinegar to so the dirt comes off easier with a bit of white vinegar. So you have to soak them in water. It kind of uses a lot of water to clean them. And then I'm just doing it. I'm cooking them in a very simple way. I'm just sort of air frying them in the oven. I'm just frying them at 425 in the oven with a drop of whatever, canola oil, or it could be that's why Skirret was never worked on to develop more tender varieties. So there's actually no named varieties that are easy to find. So you kind of have to take them one by one, and so it's probably one of the reasons why it was forgotten already in the 19th century. So it's medieval French fries. I've been growing things because I was frustrated of not finding the things I wanted to eat on the market. So the only way to taste skirret is grow skirret, or tomato breeze and a lot of things that I wanted to eat, special squashes and ice plant and amaranth, or sometimes you cannot find them, or sometimes you cannot find them at all. Sometimes you cannot find them organic, so yeah, I started growing things by pure. It was my belly asking for. Then I just put a bit of oil and a bit of salt, and I will just quickly fry it in the oven. It's just going to be a little skirret treat. No, not more complicated, because it's starchy. So if you slow cook it, it will become like starch. I mean, like glue. It will be. It's starchier than a parsnip and a potato. That's gonna be about 20 minutes. We have to give it a check in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna put an alarm. 20 minutes. Might be a little more. Over the years, I've tried many things, and some plants just show that they want to live here. So I give them room, and if they're working for not asking a lot in exchange, I'm like, ooh, okay, we're gonna try to find something good to cook with you. So that's basically how we choose plants. Sometimes some plants we put the extra effort, like for eggplants, for instance. So I've tried many different varieties, but some varieties I've proven that they can be I don't really like spoiled kids. So some plants act like spoiled kids. They need too much pampering. So I just basically tell them to go play elsewhere, So we eat them. That's it. There's two different patterns that are intermingling all the time. There's the rows and the plants with their own desire to roam around the garden. So there's populations that are free, and there's populations that grow in rows. So the free groups go through the rows. They're allowed to go a little bit where they want, but sometimes I will be like, oh, That's enough. So borage, for instance, like white borage is not allowed in the blue borage garden. So there's a garden with blue borage, there's a garden with white borage. But the borage can also always go through all the rows. So there's two styles of gardening that are interwoven. So plants are basically put in more because of their tolerance. So the northeaster wind is stronger by the river. So if I grow a climbing bean there, it will be from a more northerly country. Like one of the problems of the Bas Saint Laurent is that it's Lower Saint Laurence is windy, but the soil, we have good soils. I'm just back from the eastern townships, and there's beautiful rock walls everywhere. Guess why? It's full of rocks. The ground is full of rocks. We can't make such beautiful rock walls in Kamouraska, but we have like chocolate pudding like soils. So, but with wind, when it's too windy, tomato plants cannot be thrive. They cannot thrive. So now that my windbreaks have grown, it's a whole new world, and I have lots of tall plants in the garden. So it's the garden is more protected, and so a lot of things grow more easily. And also I have a system that is more like an adult. At the beginning, like the soils had been worked by tractor, so they were like very compact. So now the soil is healthy. I've been maintaining the soil health for long. So plants, it's easier now. Yeah. So that's a lot of things that were problematic, like growing tomatoes, are not, like we never have even like the slightest problems with tomatoes nowadays, and they ripen super well. And the fact that I grow angelica, like I have my own like remedies in the garden often for the tomato problems, I have angelica. Angelica is growing everywhere here, so the fact that I have angelica everywhere, I can use it as a mulch around the tomato plants, and it inhibits the fungal disease of the tomatoes. Skirret is ready.
Skirret's ready.
Skirret break.
Skirret break. Skirret break. Yeah.
It's finger food.
It's finger food. It's
Yeah. What I like is that there's the skin, and then the pulp oozes out. It's really good. Yeah, I love it. Nothing is like that.
No.
It's actually really good. The ones that were, because I mixed the spring and the fresh.
Ah, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Because some of them are nearly puffy.
Yeah.
You know.
Interesting. And the very slim one are not bad. I like that. I think they're the old ones. I think the old ones are better.
Were they frozen?
No, fridge. Harvested in May.
Something's happened.
I think they're better.
What about putting them? Would you put them raw in a salad? Or
I like them in
coleslaw?
salad. I like to eat them raw.
Why?
They're crunchy.
Yeah, like a slaw.
Could be, but they're not juicy.
No.
I've been a little heavy on the salt.
It's delicious.
Fans. There's a fan. It's better. Well, I'm reaching 60 now, and I'm starting to think of maybe stop working 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. I love my work. and I like to work. But I want to write a little more, and every time I give a talk or like people say, do you have a book? So I'm starting to work on it, but I would like to settle settle down like a team, and maybe slowly organizing, leaving maybe some parts of the business, and some other people could take over slowly. It's going to be a slow pattern. It's hard to leave like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to write a little more and continue experimenting with the food part. Yeah. Seed production is a commitment. The seed work here is a commitment. It's a social commitment. It's a community commitment. So it's necessary, and I wish this part to survive me as like an organization. So I'll be working in the next year to secure the seed collection, the seed legacy. Yeah.